Well, we have Kendra.
The kids are coming in. Riley's barking, so I'm going to mute for a while.
That's okay. All right. Hello, Kendra.
Oh, hello. So I only heard from the Maldettes that they would not be able to make it, and I haven't heard from anyone else.
Either way.
Yeah.
It's not a good.
If we don't get anyone, I still get to say hi to Hala the dog, right?
Sure.
Kendra, did you hear the story? He didn't warn me about Hala the dog the first time we did Tot Shabbat.
I remember that. I remember it. You were laughing.
I could not stop laughing. There have been very few times that I have totally lost it in a performance of any sort. That was one of them. The only other time I remember was during Canterbury Feast.
And you're supposed to.
I was just laughing on stage. I totally broke, and it was the only time I remember it happening.
Well.
I sent the last email I sent out was, let's see, at 4 o'clock. So I said, I'm looking forward to seeing everybody tonight at 5 o'clock, Tot Shabbat, and I included the link again. So.
Okay. Well.
What is it, Riley? Are there people outside?
Shabbat Shalom, people who are just joining us on YouTube. We're just going to wait a minute or so. Okay, I think we should start. Well, welcome, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. This is our pre-Hanukkah Tot Shabbat, and it's wonderful that we can be together and that we can join in this Shabbat as we get ourselves ready to celebrate Hanukkah next week. So as we begin, we'll open with Ma Yafeh Hayom, how beautiful, how wonderful this day is. And we have lots and lots of special guests on Shabbat. And for Tot Shabbat, we brought a special guest, somebody who hasn't been able to be together at Temple for a long time. Does anybody know who that might be? It's Chala the dog. Well, it's great to see everybody. I hope you are having a good time. Are you all ready? We're going to have a great Shabbat. I think Jesse is having a great time already. Oh boy. Oh, my kippah fell. Chala, you have to have your kippah on. You've got to be a better kippah keeper. Here we go. Okay. Chala, what's special about this week? What do you mean? We've got Hanukkah happening. And do we need something special on Hanukkah? Yes, we have to light our Chanukiah or our menorah. Okay. And what's something else we might do on Hanukkah? We have to make a special meal. Oh, a special meal? Yes. And what do we eat on Hanukkah? I think we have latkes. Latkes? What? How do you make latkes? You can make them in any way you like. Yeah? Huh. What are some of the things that you think that we could put into our latkes? Do you put potatoes? Oh, yes, you have to have potatoes. Okay. So, you know what? We've got a Making Latke song. Are you ready for our Making the Latke song? Here we go. Ready? Fry the latkes in the pot. Get it ready for Hanukkah Shabbat. For Shabbat. And what do you want to put into our latkes to make them special? What do you think? You can enter that into our chat box if you like, and then we'll be able to see what other things you want to add into our latkes. Those of you who are on YouTube or who are on Zoom, you can do either one. What? Okay. Carrots. We're going to add carrots into our latkes. Put some carrots in our latkes. Fry them up in the pot. Get it ready for Shabbat. For Shabbat. What else could we put into our latkes? Jesse, what do you want to put into your latkes?
Can we put onions in our latkes?
Onions? Woo! Stinky. Ready? Here we go. Put some onions in the latkes. Fry them in the pot. Get it ready for Shabbat, for Shabbat. And we could put all sorts of things into our latkes to make them yummy and extra special. We could put chocolate and we could put candies. Do you think that would be good? I don't think so, Rabbi. Oh. Well, I think we could be creative, and I think you should be creative at home when you make your own latkes. But you know what? Right now, let's see if we can play a little game. Ready? Okay. We're going to play a little game. We're going to have, Chala's going to sit down over here. Ready? You're going to sit? Good. Okay. We're going to play a little game called Shimon Omer, or Simon Says. Are you ready? So, Shimon Omer, put your hand on your rosh. Come on, Jesse, put your hand on your rosh. Here we go. And Shimon Omer, put your hand on your af. That's your af. But if I say, put your hand on your peh, and I don't say Shimon Omer, then you don't move your hand. Because if you put your hand on your peh without Shimon Omer, we're out. So you ready? Here we go. Shimon Omer, hands on your rosh. Shimon Omer, hands on your uznaim. Your ears. Very good. Look at that. Shimon Omer, hands on your einaim, your eyes. Yadayim, put your hands on your peh. Oh, I think I got somebody. All right. Very good. You know what? Shabbat is such a special time that I like to bring two important tools to Shabbat. One is my bim and the other is my bam. And I think we have a song about that, don't we, Jesse?
Yes.
Let's sing together. Bim bam.
Bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam, bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shalom.
Oh, I like that one.
Thanks,
Do
Colin.
we have a story now? Okay, I think it's time for a story. All right, Chala, you're going to sit right there and listen to our story. Okay, good. Here's Chala's going to sit right there for us. Excellent. Good, Chala. And we're going to share our story with you. Here we go. Well, once upon a time, which is the way all stories begin, there was a great big bear. Now, what do you think bears do in the winter? They sleep. They sleep a lot during the winter. But one day in the middle of the winter, the old bear woke up because he smelled something yummy. And he crawled out of his den and he went to look and see what it was. And while he was doing that, Bobby Bryna was busy in her kitchen. You see, Bobby Bryna was very old, but she still made all of the latkes for the whole town. And she would make piles and piles of latkes for the rabbi and for the guests and her family. They would all come and she would feed them all. And she would have a big Hanukkah party. And tonight, this was the first night of Hanukkah. And so she had cleaned the whole house and gotten it ready and had the menorah, the Chanukiah, all set and ready to go. And she was ready for Hanukkah to begin. Well, just then, she heard a sound at the door. Well, thinking that maybe it was the rabbi, because the rabbi was coming to her house for this very special celebration, she ran over to the door, she opened the door, and she gave the thing, which was the bear, a big hug, only she was old and she couldn't see very well, and she couldn't hear very well. So she didn't know, and she thought it was the rabbi. Uh-oh. And the bear, in the midst of this big hug, said, "Roar." And Bobby Bryna said, "Well, happy Hanukkah to you too, Rabbi." And she pushed the bear into the house, and she tried to take off the bear's coat and said, "Oh, Rabbi, give me your coat." And of course, the coat was the bear's fur, and it wasn't going anywhere. And so she said, "Oh, I guess you want to hang on to your coat. Well, I suppose it's kind of cold here, so that's fine. You can hang on to your coat." Well, the bear went over to the oven and started sniffing around, and Bobby Bryna said, "Rabbi, what are you doing? You know we can't have latkes before we light our Chanukiah, before we light our menorah." Silly Rabbi. And the bear said, do you know what sound the bear said? Do you know what the bear said? Say it with me. The bear said, "Roar." Well, Bobby Bryna got the Chanukiah ready, and it was the first night of Hanukkah. So how many candles were there on the Chanukiah? It's a little bit of a tricky question. There were 2 candles, right. One for the first night of Hanukkah over here, and one was the shamash, the helper candle. And so she lit the helper candle, and she started to say the blessings. And what do you think the bear said? The bear said, "Roar." And Bobby Bryna said, "Oh, Rabbi, you can sing the blessings so beautifully." And then Bobby Bryna said, "Okay, it's Hanukkah. Let's play dreidel." So they began to play. But the bear really didn't know how to play dreidel, but the bear liked the nuts that Bobby Bryna was playing with, and so he started to eat the nuts, and Bobby Bryna said, "Oh, Rabbi, stop eating the nuts. We won't have anything to play with." Well, finally, Bobby Bryna said, "It's time for dinner." And Bobby Bryna came to the table with a big, huge stack of steaming, lovely, beautiful latkes. And she said, "Do you think you would like jam, or would you like sour cream on your latkes?" And the bear said, "Roar." And Bobby Bryna said, "Jam it is." And on the jam went. And what do you think the bear did with all of the latkes? The bear went eat them, and he ate them all, and he put them all in his mouth. And the bear was smiling. And what do you think was all over the bear's mouth? When you eat jam, what do you have on your mouth? Yeah, sometimes you get like a little jam all over. And so Bobby Bryna took her shmata, and she wet it, and she cleaned off the bear's face. Now that the bear had eaten, he kind of felt tired. And he lay down on the floor, and Bobby Bryna said, "Rabbi, you're lying on the floor. Oof. But I guess you must be tired because you ate so much of this this wonderful, wonderful Hanukkah meal. I think it's time to go home. And so Bobby Bryna packed up the bear, and the bear gave Bobby Bryna a big wet lick on the face, and Bobby Bryna said, "Rabbi," and sent him back to his house. And she waved as the bear left, and just before he left, Bobby Bryna gave him a Hanukkah present. And the Hanukkah present was a big warm scarf that he could wear as he went out into the cold. Well, Bobby Bryna was busy washing up the dishes when all of a sudden there came a knock on the door. "Well, I wonder who that could be," she said to herself. She opened the door, and standing there was the rabbi and all of her friends and family. And in shock and amazement, she said, well, Shabbat Shalom, everybody, but what are you doing here? I don't have any more latkes. The rabbi ate them all. And they said, well, the rabbi couldn't have eaten them. The rabbi was with us. We were just at temple together. Well, Bobby Bryna didn't understand. Who could have eaten the latkes? And Bobby Bryna said, well, you were just here. I know, because you have a beard. I felt your beard. And I just don't understand. I think there must be an imposter rabbi somewhere in the neighborhood. Because he talks like you talk, and he even has your beard and your coat. Just then, some of the children looked on the floor. And what do you think they found on the floor? Paw prints. And they said, look, a bear was here. And Bobby Bryna began to laugh and said, wow, that must have been a very, very clever bear. Or maybe I was a very foolish Bobby Bryna. Well, guess what, everybody? We're going to have latkes anyway, so go down to the cellar and get some potatoes, and we're all going to have to pitch in, and we'll grate them, and we'll grate the onions, and we'll put them all together, and we'll fry up a whole new batch of latkes. And that's what they did. And deep in the forest, the old bear went back into his den, and his stomach was full of lovely, yummy latkes, and he had a wonderful Hanukkah dream. He dreamed of being warm and full and loved. The end. So as we celebrate Hanukkah later this week, we hope that you too will enjoy wonderful latkes and wonderful family and friends maybe, or maybe you can join somebody on Zoom. We hope that you'll join us on each night of Hanukkah as we join together for our temple Zoom Hanukkah candle lighting each of the nights at 6 o'clock. And you got that information today in the mailing. We hope you did. If not, let me know. I can certainly send it to you. But we'll join together and we'll light our Chanukiah each night of Hanukkah together at 6 o'clock on Zoom. So, let's join together in our candle lighting blessing for Hanukkah. Chala, can you lead us? Well, I don't know it. Does Jesse know it? Jesse, do you know the blessings?
Yes.
Okay, good. Oops. All right, here we go.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Shel Shabbat. Riley wants to sing too.
I think my friend Riley is saying Shabbat Shalom to everybody.
He is.
Okay, so we want to say Shabbat Shalom, and we want to wish everybody a happy Hanukkah in advance. And we're looking forward to seeing you all soon. And for those of you in Gesher, we'll see you Sunday as we join together for our special Hanukkah program. Take care, everybody. Shabbat Shalom.